Hey, welcome back. In this part, we're going to turn this welcome menu into an actual menu that students will be able to click on and open up. So, one of the things that you need to be aware of is that you can create multiple pages. And I'm just going to go to page view. And right now, I only have that front page view. I'm going to go ahead and add a page. And I'm just going to call this Monday Assignments. Now, if you're going to be creating lots of assignment pages, this is a really insufficient title because Canvas will keep track of this uh, individually, but you won't be able to have more than one Monday assignments page that looks like this. You'll probably want to add the date. So you can put whatever date you want on there. Um, Again, I'm just going to put that in and see what happens. Now, I'm just going to save and publish this because my goal here is to create several pages. So um, if I was being clever, I would probably modify my Monday assignments page and then duplicate it um, so that it would have everything that I needed. Um, and, and then all I would really have to do is just go in and change the title. Again, why are we setting this up? Well, we're going to be hyperlinking this content. We're going to be linking it from the welcome page to the individual page. So here's another one. Let me go ahead and modify that. And again, I didn't specify the date on these. It didn't really need to. Um, Oops, I left the word copy at the end of that. I can just go in and edit. And there we go. So now I have all these pages, and I could organize them into a module. Ooh, I have a lot of modules here, but I don't think I really need all of these. And I don't have to delete modules. I could choose to just it's just that this was a sandbox and I used this for a different project. So I might rename this welcome area um, or add another module called assignments. Here it is. And let me delete this last irrelevant module. And so now I have an assignments, and I can come in and add pages that I already have created. So you can see here I have several pages, several items. So I'm not going to add the welcome page, but I'm going to add these items. And now I have a module that's full of assignments. I could even say, hey, this might be week 1 of assignments. Okay. And this welcome page right now is actually my week 1 assignments page, but it's set as the front page of my site. What I want to do is create a link from these pictures or from these Monday assignment, the words Monday assignment to each one of those pages. Now that I've created those, all I need to do is click on edit and come in, and I can choose to highlight the text and create a link within the course to the Monday assignment page. So there we go. Now I have a link, and you can see Monday assignment is blue underlined, and I can do the same thing with my buttons. And so if I wanted to, I could actually get rid of this entire column and just have a list of these assignments here as a list of dates or buttons or images that represent where I want students to go. So I'm going to go ahead and select Monday, click on link, and again choose course links, and I'm linking to a specific page. And now Monday is linked. And I just repeat that process. Oops, not external link. I want a course link. And I just go to my pages, find Tuesday, and I repeat, just do this again and again. Now you have to remember what you're doing here is essentially creating an easy menu that students can use to click on and navigate. So that way they're not trying to figure out, where do I go? Do I go to home or modules over here on the left hand side? Instead, everything is set up um, and they can navigate to the page that they need to, um, and that way they become pretty comfortable with moving around. Okay, I've set up those links. Now I can come in and click on any one of these. Watch what happens. It's going to jump me straight over to Monday. And one of the things that I like to do is also create a little navigation menu on the page. So you can do this very simply. Um, Now, of course, I would normally have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, but what's cool here is that I only need to create this navigation menu once. So I'm going to come in and insert my course image. Of course, I'm going to look for Monday. There's Monday. I'm going to insert my course image for, wait, I already did this work once, didn't I? So I don't need to do it again. But what I do need to do is perhaps open up a new tab with all this information. So here's that page with all the links already made. So let's try something if you want to. I'm going to come in and I'm just going to click on the picture. I'm going to press Control C on my keyboard for copy. If you're on a Mac, it would be Command C, and then come here and paste and see if this is going to work for me. And as you can see, it is allowing me to quickly paste in the picture that I want. And if I click on it, I get two options. I get image options, but I also have link options. So what's happened here is that it not only copied the picture, it also copied the link that was associated with that. Now I can adjust this table by just going to table properties, and you can see I can change the alignment to center so that that is going to appear right there at the top. Now unfortunately I actually like to place my navigation menus at the bottom. Here's your assignment, and again I'm not going to spend a lot of time fleshing out that assignment, but this is how it might look. I can just copy the entire page. I did a Control A to select all and copy, or I could just as easily come in and grab the HTML, hit save, click on my Tuesday, and then I'm able to just quickly paste in, and as you can see here, I have an identical page for Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday. That's curious. Looks like my Wednesday didn't quite come across. Again, the whole idea here is that you're making it easier to navigate your site, and you can quickly jump around using these buttons for your students. Now, if you want to make the table itself disappear, all you need to do is edit, click somewhere inside the table, not on a picture, but on the table inside the table, and come down to table properties. And you'll notice that you have border width, which is set to 1, and then border style under advanced. If you change that and set it to none, and change the color to white, what will happen is your border will effectively disappear. And so you'll just have these three icons sort of floating out in the middle of nowhere. But each one of those should be able to sort of navigate you or get you to where you want to go. Now you'll remember my Wednesday icon was messed up. When I clicked on it, nothing happened, so I just went ahead and fixed it. And again, I'm just going to come back, copy it. And this is why you want to spend so much time on your first page. You want to get it just the way you want it, because then it becomes easier to modify. You can make all your modifications on one page, and then all you need to do is copy and paste the code, and it will allow you to sort of jump around to wherever you need to go. So you can see right here, there's this one I haven't modified because of the lines. Again, I'm just pasting in the code from the page that had everything set up the way I wanted it. And now I have my screen set up, and if I go back to my home button, I'll be able to sort of jump around and see how things work. So this is something that we do all the time in web design and setting up a web page, and there are a lot of other things that I've left out, but this is just a very easy way to set up a navigation system for your canvas so that you don't have to worry about, oh gosh, how do I get around. Now you can do the same exact thing in Schoology. With Schoology, of course, you'll probably have a folder set up where everything is going to go. So as you can see here, I have a weekday schedule, but it's all inside of my module folder. And if I needed to, I could add another page. Just come in here and add a page with content. And this might be my Monday assignments. Isn't that helpful? And again, if I want to, I can paste in some code that I borrowed from my Canvas. Now this, I will have to update the links here because I copied that from Canvas, but again, it's not a very difficult thing to do. And I'm just going to go in and add pages. Okay, so here's my weekday schedule, and then here are my assignments. So let me go in and quickly modify this. As you can see here, I just come over to my edit page, and remember we're in Schoology now, so I can make the adjustment, and notice that I'm only able to adjust certain things here. So how do I get the links that are going to work for this? So to do that, I probably want to open up another tab with my page links, and I'm just going to copy the link for Monday assignments. Come back here, switch to HTML view, and you'll see that I have the pictures, and this is where it can get a little tricky. So if you're familiar with coding, you can just type in how you'd want that code to appear, and then when I flip back over, now Monday should be clickable. But even if it's not at this point, it's easier probably just to copy this HTML and go to my HTML5 editor, paste it in, and again I'm able to go in and insert a link to make that adjustment. Now it does have a link already. It's linking actually to the page that I was looking at just a little bit ago, and the address is pretty straightforward. It's /page/ whatever the number is for that page. And I bet that if I come back over here to Tuesday, and I can right click, copy the link to Tuesday assignments. Now I can change that link, do the same thing for Wednesday, and you can see it's just a lot easier to do this, I think, in an HTML editor that's designed for this work rather than trying to do it in Schoology. Now I'm a little worried about my Monday link, but let's see what happens, okay? So I come back here to my weekly, or to this schedule here. I paste that in, let's save the changes, and then let's try it out. Who knows if it'll work? If I click on Monday, it took me to my Monday assignments. If I click on Tuesday, it takes me to my Tuesday assignments, but there's no navigation menu because I haven't added it here. But now I can go into Edit, paste it in, save the changes, and now I have the same template. So you could get pretty detailed in working with your template for how things are going to look for each assignment. You could add your tables in, put all that content, and then as you can see, we've got a very easy to navigate button menu. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Now what's really cool about this is that the weekday schedule could be your main dropping point. Could be the main area. And if you wanted to, you could put this page somewhere else. You could do that either by actually copying the HTML for it, or if you want to, you could just say, I want to move this around, maybe put it someplace else. Not sure how I'm going to do that. Where's the move? There it is. And I can move it to a different module. So I moved it out of here, and if I come up to the top level, I should expect to see it right here at the bottom. So here's my weekday schedule, and again I can choose to edit that, and if I display it, it actually displays right there. So this makes it a very easy kind of thing to do, and I can move it around. And so now if these links were clickable, if I made them clickable, they would take me inside of this particular module on poetry, but would take me straight to the page. So for fun, let's make them clickable. Again, I'm just going to copy the HTML, drop it into my HTML editor, and then link each one of these to the appropriate space. So, you know what? I really don't like this top-down long, multi-table piece here. So, what happens if I just sort of wipe this out, and let me use my Monday assignments menu as the code that I want to use. So for my weekday schedule, I'm going to put that there, and now I've got just a very simple piece. So I've got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. If I wanted to, I could edit out maybe some of the space, extra space that's available. But now I can click on Monday, and again it takes me all the way there to here. So I could add another button that says take me back to home. So this would be just a matter of finding a picture that represents home or the main screen, so that I wouldn't have to keep coming up and clicking on that. I could just click my way through each of these pieces. So just some ideas for working through a button menu or creating your button menu. Just remember that you're trying to set it up so that students can go anywhere from where they're at and jump around to get there. So I think the last step that I would take here would be to add a home button. So let me go ahead and just add a home button. Let me come back to my HTML editor, and what I'm going to do is just copy this text here, the code. And so I want to actually add a column before. So now there is a column right here, and in that column I'm going to put a picture of a home. So let's say maybe a home button. I want to make sure that I get one that allows me to do that. I'll just keep it simple and go with this button. Um, and I'm going to use my light shot editor to take a quick screenshot of this, make some adjustments. I like the fact that this picture is pretty small already, and I'm just going to save this, call it home. And what I want to do is um, insert an image. Now this is where it gets a little tricky because HTML editor, I can't insert my image here. I don't have a sort of an online space where I can refer to. So what I would probably have to do is come back and insert the picture here somewhere. So as you can see, there's that column is still there, and this is where I'd be able to perhaps paste in a picture or insert a picture. I think I'm going to beat a hasty retreat on this and back off on adding that home button. But hopefully you've had a chance to sort of explore and play around with this, and see what's possible.